Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sports Distraction Podcast. Up top, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at sports_pod100. Check out our beautiful, most recent post of my dear friend Matt and I. And just follow the Twitter because I like to think I'm funny on there. But
Hell yeah.
Matt hasn't laid a single finger on any of the social media.
Nope.
So when this is monetized, I will be taking 90% of the income as producer, host, and social media manager.
And I will be suing him for 40% of the income.
I'll be suing him and we'll settle the suit in the ring.
It'll be to the death.
It'll be to the death. Ladder match this Sunday.
Not safe.
Brother fighting brother. 5'10", 210. 5'10", 170.
Hey, kid, you gotta make sure you use proper ladder safety when you're doing things around your home or in the workplace. Oh, kid watching TV. The ladder match in the cage.
Kid watching TV, and Mick Foley has fallen through the...
Oh, he lost his 3 points of contact, and he's fallen 11 feet.
Yeah. It turned out Booker T wasn't supporting the ladder properly.
He wasn't using his 1-to-4 ratio against the edge of the cage there, so...
Yeah. It's really funny to be a person who's into wrestling now, I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of... Well, it's made for kids, right? But then there has to be adults that like it in order to make kids like
has to make it.
It has to, yeah. You have to have the adult audience.
There has to be adults that have the mind of an 8-year-old.
Yeah, I guess.
Like when we went to Monster Jam when we were kids, and
that was unreal.
I'm like, this isn't there, but there was a part in the middle of the event where there was those 4-wheeler race. And there's like, oh, it's because we saw it in London. So it's like, oh, it's the London team versus the Kitchener team. Which is like, yeah, there's not a London 4-wheeler racing team. It's just a group of people that travel with it.
All the same group of people.
All the same group of people every single time. In Kitchener, they're the Kitchener team versus the London. They're being like, yeah, so I don't know, but I think London kind of sucks. Boo! And then like
you're fucking losers.
Adults booing.
Yeah.
Adults being tricked into, you know what I mean? So like,
you guys from here are all losers.
Well, cause what is it?
Fuck you.
Was it the Grizzlies in Arena Entertainment was a wrestling ring? Wasn't that? I think we were watching a Grizzlies game because the guy had.
Yeah, I can't remember.
He was wearing like a Speedo and it said "Welcome to Plunge Town" on his butt. And then he it's the person doing like, oh well, we're ringside here, and he grabs the mic and he's like, Memphis sucks. This city sucks.
Oh,
and it's like, yeah, it's
too funny.
It's because it's kind of like the beautiful film I just recently watched, Mortal Kombat, where it's like, yeah, if you just kind of turn your brain off and watch it, it's entertaining.
Hey, you just want to hate that guy. He's the heel. It's what he's supposed to do. It's his job.
Yeah, it's not like
it's not like
I'm a fan of the heel. Shut up.
That's my favorite wrestler. Can you just cheer for the fucking guy you're supposed to cheer for instead of being a moron?
Who was your favorite wrestler in the day? Because we used to be.
My favorite wrestler was Kane.
Yeah, with or without the mask.
With the mask at the time, and then he would always tag team with the Undertaker.
Yeah, him and the Undertaker. But then
so good.
They had that match against each other where he like buried him under dirt.
Yeah,
I was gonna remember that.
And I also remember the match. I think it was who was it? The Edge maybe and Chris Jericho, but they both had long ass hair.
Oh no, it was Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho.
Kurt Angle and Chris.
So you're like, oh fuck, he's gonna shave Chris Jericho's head, but then they just shaved Kurt Angle's head. He had really short hair.
And then he liked it, so he just kept it forever.
Just a like he started out as like a Olympic style wrestler.
Yeah.
So he's just because he's the guy who body slammed Big Show, right?
Oh, because he could, I guess. It's like, you're the only guy that can do this.
It was funny 2 minutes ago. I'm like, yeah, it's so funny when
we
adults care about wrestling. That's so stupid. It's just remembering it fondly, liking it.
Loved it. The one thing I remember from the Monster Truck show
Monster
I thought
Jam.
was so fucking cool was like you said, in between things happening, they had these like gas-powered remote control.
How did I know
cars.
you were gonna say this? You know what my favorite part was the little stupid RC cars that they brought out in the middle.
They were so cool because they could like
Yeah,
go off the jumps
not
that the
the-
monster trucks went
Yeah,
off
not
of.
the giant fucking monster trucks doing backflips and shit. That wasn't the coolest part. It was the little dinky car that the.
They couldn't even do a backflip because the arena they did in is so fucking small.
Yeah, it was tiny. Yeah. Yeah. Shout
It's
out
like,
to
I'm
the.
not gonna be able to really do anything except he did the cool thing where they like went completely vertical and then they like back it up.
Yeah, you like a handstand or a. They're like a dog
They
walking
do a
on its.
handstand. That's what they did.
Yeah, they. My favorite part was Truckosaurus where he ate a car. That-
Crazy.
That was the. I think it's the loudest I've ever yelled in my entire life.
yeah.
Just like freaking
I
out.
think the loudest you ever yelled was when Ibaka hit that 3.
Yeah. Oh, when we watched
You
him play the
lost
Pacers.
it, dude.
That might have been the happiest moment of my entire life.
Oh, it was so good.
Cause I couldn't believe. I almost started crying because it was so like we talked about it last episode. Just being at the arena when like during live sports, it's like you say like electric. It's like almost like I almost cried because I was like overwhelmed because
Yeah.
it was just so much like energy
What do I
in
do?
the room, and you're just like holy fuck, yes.
Favorite team and just did that.
They just won. They came from behind. They were chanting the whole game. Like this sucks. Fuck this.
Yeah.
And then Ibaka said D's nuts and hit a 3 on the Pacers. Actually, there's been a lot of posting on Raptors Twitter about that team. It's like imagine if they ran it back for 1 year, they could have easily beat the Lakers last year if we had.
Try it one more time, like
Well, if we still had Kawhi, Ibaka, Gasol, Danny Green, Kyle Lowry as our fucking starting 5, or no, was it Siakam started over Ibaka and then Ibaka and OG off the bench, or literally whatever, doesn't matter.
Ibaka and OG were off the bench, and I think Gasol, Van Vliet, Lowry,
No, Van Vliet
Siakam.
kind of did he get hot or did he lose his minutes? There was one. There was I think
I don't know.
in the Bucks series he kind of lost some minutes, but then he came up big in the Golden State series. I can't fucking remember. But like you say, that 10-man roster doesn't matter. You can absolutely. I have like firmly believe they would have went like because the
Right.
East wasn't what it was this year. I think we would have done it, but who gives a shit? I guess
Doesn't matter because it didn't happen.
didn't happen. A decade of just dog shit coming up, my
I think-
friends.
No, I'm thinking they're gonna come up pretty quick here.
Well, just 'cause our like the Pascal OG tandem is good. Our
Pascal is fucking
well, and
playing great, dude.
my thing is just like 'cause we have good defense, and I think we just have good development. Like I think we could get like if it's like oh this guy in the Australian, there's a guy that they talk about on Raptors Twitter that's like oh this guy from the Australian league, he like averages a triple double over there, and like he's a 6'8" guard. It's like yeah, like in our development system, that guy would be incredible.
Kind of need that. We need that 6'8" guy. We don't have one.
Well, 6'8" guard, who's big for a guard.
Yeah.
And when Lowry probably signs in Philly in the off season, we'll need someone to take his place.
Yep.
My man's loving that Gatorade over there.
I'm almost done it, so.
Remember when before we
won't
started
interfere
recording,
with
and
the
I'm
rest of
like,
the
yeah,
episode.
it'd be nice to have a glass of water, and you're just like, no, let's just start. And chugging
Wouldn't
chugging an ice cold Gatorade the whole time.
It's not my fault you fucking finish your Gatorade super quick.
Yeah, I think I forget who said it, but there's one of the podcasts I listen to or on a show or some bullshit. My thing is that I really just like when my food and drink is enjoyed the optimal way. Like I don't like leftovers. I've noticed that because with the meal plan we're on, my girlfriend and I, there's a lot of just reheating your shit just 'cause like
Right.
for convenience, right? You don't want to make pasta and like fresh turkey every single day, so you just make it like 4 days in advance or whatever the fuck. But I was just like, dude, this sucks dick. I'm miserable.
You don't like it eating
I
it
want to enjoy it at the optimal time. That's
like
why.
right after it's cooked.
That's why it's like, oh, we're going to Subway. Yeah. Oh, footlong, gone. I just eat it. I eat so quick 'cause it's like I want it to be perfect when I'm eating it.
Right. That's why there's certain foods that are great because they'll never not be great because they're enjoyable at every temperature, at every step. They're enjoyable. Pizza, enjoyable.
Perfect.
Cold, hot, lukewarm.
Yeah.
enjoyable the whole time.
Eating it off the bottom of a boot because you accidentally stepped on it and you're like, still pizza.
Yeah.
I'll eat it anyway.
Ooh, I accidentally threw it in the garbage. If I can just
Well,
get
what
it
was
out
it?
of there.
My girlfriend doesn't listen to the podcast, so I can tell this story. The one time I was making spaghettini, not spaghetti.
The thinner one.
The thinner, or no, that might be the thicker one. Or no, boccatini. Sorry, not even either of the two. It's the thicker spaghetti. I was draining it into the sink, and you know how my kitchen's set up, like the garbage is usually right like near the oven.
Yeah.
When I was bringing it over, I don't know what happened. Because I still had the oven mitt on because I didn't want to get steam on me. So I dumped it, put it back in the pot, and as I was moving it back to the stove, it just fell completely into the garbage.
The entire pot did?
The whole pot, but it hit, and like, cause you know it's like the push, like the swing lid thing.
Tips.
So I dropped it, and the pot didn't go in all the way, but just all the spaghetti went in. And so I just like kind of took what didn't touch garbage and then made dinner with that. That's kind of funny.
Brutal.
It was like a pretty fresh bag. There was only like a couple eggshells and shit in there.
It's also like super hot.
Yeah.
Like it's not gonna get.
Bacteria doesn't go on hot stuff. That's why I ain't never been sick in my life.
It's too hot. Like
right?
actually, bacteria loves like when it's warm and wet. But
Laugh at that. Laugh at what I said. That was a funny thing.
what'd you say?
I was like, oh, bacteria doesn't like hot stuff. That's why I ain't never been sick in my life.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, 'cause you're ugly and dumb.
Every day is this is what men have to put up with. The
Men just get shit on. It's just like, yeah, I guess.
they hate to see. Well, it's like I've said it before a million times. Other podcasts, they laugh at each other. We don't really laugh at each other.
I laugh constantly.
We're just trying to. Yeah, maybe I don't realize it. I'm just a psycho, and it will never be enough for me,
Idiot.
no matter how funny I am.
You could fill an amphitheater just full of people just laughing hysterically, and you're just
Yeah.
like an empty black hole pit.
Well, what was like
They didn't even laugh.
So,
It's like, what?
because it's hilarious because we only have like 25 Twitter followers, but I'll get people who be like, hey, like just check this out. This is actually really good. Like this is funny. Like one or two people have done that in the past where they just like, hey, like just found this, like was on my recommended or some bullshit. Or like, hey, started listening because the Caleb episode or the Jamel episode. And just be like, yeah, this
That's
is good.
crazy to
And
me.
it's just like, it'll never be enough. I just read it and I'm like, but why not more?
Can 10,000 people do this?
Do you have,
Please?
it's always people like, they have like the egg avatar, so I like don't even believe it's a real person. That's like we get notifications on SoundCloud all the time because I put the name as sports. So the first name is sports. So it's like, hey, sports, great track. Check out this. And
It's like, get out of here.
shut up.
The one YouTuber I watch, he'll
Name
get,
them.
it's Barber's King.
Okay. The video game man.
He'll get like,
gaming.
He'll
Sorry.
get emails for like sponsorship or whatever, like
Yeah.
to do like sponsored content.
Yeah, ad reads.
It's just like the easiest thing to do. You just look. If it says Barber's King, hello Barber's King. It's like, nope.
Yeah.
If it says Hey Barb, then it's like, okay,
Maybe.
but not like that's the key because
Yeah.
people call me Barb. So it's like you haven't watched one thing I've ever done. I know you
Yeah.
haven't.
Well,
'Cause
that's
if you did, you wouldn't call me by my entire YouTube name.
well,
title.
that's the thing. There's people on Raptors Twitter who I want to invite on the podcast so bad, but they have like not their name as their screen name. So I don't want to be like, "Hey, Raptors Nation, do you want to?" You know what I mean?
That's exactly it. It's
Yeah.
like I want it to be personable when I ask them.
Yeah, I don't think most people don't like. I don't really like. You get so much fucking spam DMs. It's hard to, especially like we get like nothing. Like we're a very low follower account and we get spam DMs. So like,
You know what it is
what?
too? Like sometimes it's obvious.
It's Russian bots.
It's too obvious. I have TikTok account.
Yeah,
I have no content. I've never posted once. I'm a lurker
yeah.
or whatever it's called.
I'm a sick fucking freak on there.
Guy's
I'm a
following
lurker.
me. Then there's a person following me. I'm like,
Why?
why are you following me?
Get outta
I have
here.
nothing.
Yeah,
And it's just like that's exactly what it is. Like, oh, if I follow him, he'll follow me back.
yeah.
If I do this 10 trillion times, then
This is funny because you're a very offline guy, despite having a very online personality. Like you don't have social media. You just use Reddit, which is
right.
That's
like looking at things.
you basically just have. You're like, I'm gonna do the What's the fastest path to brain poisoning? I'm just gonna have TikTok and Reddit.
I'd kill myself, but
How do I
with
do them? How do I maximize
entertainment.
my loss of sanity points? Yeah, but because like that's like a thing on Instagram where it's like, oh, if I follow 100,000 people and 1% of those people follow me, that's 1,000 followers. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Should I do that with the sports account?
I didn't follow him back.
Most people don't, but if 1% of them do, that's 1,000 followers.
It's true. I'm part of the 99% for that guy.
Especially if people see how hot we are in our new Instagram post that's coming up.
I look okay.
Well, I'd say that's hey, I'm sick of y'all with champagne taste on a beer budget.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ask that girl out. It's like, yeah, that girl hasn't looked at you once yet. See that chick that's been staring holes into you this whole time?
These women
Go ask her.
So these women that's tried to start a conversation with you 4 times.
You just kind of go, yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of shovel off because you're a bastard.
No, I'm awesome. It's like,
No, me.
nah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of who's a hot lady, a famous hot woman.
I don't know, like, I was gonna say Taylor Swift, but
What song? Sing your favorite Taylor Swift song? Just kidding, don't sing it. What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
my favorite album is Red. There's a couple like
You
I
know
like
what?
the sad songs off of that album.
Red is a good album.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
like I Almost Do is really good.
I like the title track, Red.
Like that song.
I come over to record the podcast someday, 'cause we're in person again. Fucking take these mics from my cold dead hands, Doug. Fuck. That's what I call him.
As the cops come up.
I'm not. Do you think I'm afraid of the police? Just go on Instagram Live immediately. I'm a black small business owner, and the
You're
police
being
are
recorded.
harassing me.
Yeah,
You're being recorded.
you're being recorded right now.
They hate to see a girl boss winning as I get tasered and fucking shot in only the nuts.
This guy's racist.
This guy's racist. This guy called me a cracker before he shot at me.
I'm an indigenous peoples.
Yeah. But I don't even remember what we were talking about. Oh, Taylor Swift. I come in to record the podcast, and you're like taping like magazine cutouts to the wall and like kissing them, listening to Red, like dancing around the room, twirling around the room, kissing pictures of Taylor Lautner. Loving him was red, and you're just like twirling around the room. Oh,
Oh
hey man.
I was
There
I was
is-
just
I was just working on something.
this is
I'm joking right now. I'm just doing a joke.
I would just have to shoot you.
No, it's funny. I
I would
would
have to kill you.
I would not care at all.
Dude, I don't care what you're doing in here.
Hey man, I do some of the lamest shit when I'm by myself at the apartment, so
I can't wait to go home and tell my girlfriend about this, but
I don't think I'd tell her that. I don't wanna. Yeah,
I told you about the spaghettini thing, but I wouldn't tell her about that.
you're my brother. What the fuck? I've known this bitch for 3 years. You think I'm known you for 25? Just kidding.
It's been 3, sure?
No, I just. Who cares?
2.5?
No, let's get the exact number on that. Actually,
Yeah.
hang on. We have an incorrect fact stated. Let's dwell on that.
Redacted.
Yeah. Yeah. Redacted. Stricken from the record. Anyway, you know what I like to think? The league is better when LeBron is in it, my friend.
Really?
LeBron returned to the Lakers lineup last night against the Sacramento Kings
You did?
in a fucking embarrassing loss, 110 to 106.
They lost, yeah.
Dude, the Kings suck. The Lakers lost to them. Oh, fuck. LeBron James.
We need all these teams that are in the bottom to go on like unbelievable winning streaks,
Yeah.
and we need Toronto to just eat absolute crap.
Well, because I think. Hang on. I think the Lakers have lost 6 of their last 7 now. After that, even though they've gotten, I guess it's just one fucking day for LeBron, but
AD just got back for like the past maybe 2 or 3 games too.
2 or
so
3 games. Yeah, so they lost to. Yeah, the past 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, last 6. Why the fuck am I struggling to count? Yeah, 2 in their last 7. Or
Can't-
sorry, 2 in their last 8.
Can't count.
1, 2. Hey, I'm more of a words guy than a numbers guy. But yeah, so they're 2 for 6 in their last 8 games, where they beat the Jazz and the Magic. But 2 losses to the Mavericks, that loss to the Wizards was insanity, and then they lost to the Kings. There was so many, like, fucking Chandler Hutchinson dunked all over Horton Tucker. Rui dunked on AD. And then, what was it? Gafford dunked on Kuzma. And, like
Wow.
3, like, poster dunks. It's like, dude, this is embarrassing,
Just
right?
one game happening?
Yeah, it's like, this sucks. Kuzma just lost half his salary on whatever extension he signs after getting absolutely dunked on in an embarrassing faction.
Right, let
But
me just look up some
Jabron Lames, that's what I call him. Twitter is honestly, you're lucky you aren't on Twitter, because Twitter's just ruined by, like, there's so many, like, copy pasta, like, oh, LaFraud's rings, and then it shows, like, just a bunch of bullshit about LeBron. It's like, dude, shut up. This
guy is clearly amazing.
Well, it's not even that. It's like,
You just
but that exact
your
post
life.
is like, they have like a bot that like posts it on every single NBA post, every single Shams post, every single Woj post. So it's like, dude, what is funny about this? This sucks. My dick fell off when reading this. I post.
So
I report them. I'm just kidding.
did you see last night the huge scoring game between the Celtics and the Spurs?
Yeah, big comeback.
It was overtime. It was still overtime, so it's like kind of have to put the asterisk, but it was 143 to 140,
Yeah.
which is an
Well,
insane amount of scoring happening.
Because,
So much.
like I said, you're not on the Twitter, but I put my fucking my credibility on the line every night that I tweet about a game. So I tweeted like a fucking moron. Damn, the Sixers are smoking the Hawks right now. But then I looked at the Celtics, because the Sixers at the time were winning 74 to 52 over the Hawks, and the Celtics were losing 46 to 73. At the Spurs, I'm like, dude, yeah, fuck the Celtics. Let's go. And then I should have known better. I should have known better than to critique the Celtics mid-game. I'll do better next time. CC wanting nice things, being happy, etc. I said. So, for all the Twitter followers, you already got a little taste of that. For all of you who don't follow, stop on by the content saloon. We'll, hey, partner.
So you had
Do you know anything about content? My father was a content rancher. He's in the top 0.1% of OnlyFans.
Ooh, he was. That's pretty tough.
You think there's guys on OnlyFans? Probably guys showing cock on there
Yeah,
for pay.
I think
Damn.
it's probably the smallest percentage to be in the top
Well,
0.1%.
But because
and
what?
you're male, that's pretty good.
Well, how much is it a month?
Oh,
Does it
I don't know.
prices vary? You just start sweating like crazy. I don't know. What?
well, my OnlyFans costs.
No, they can just, you subscribe. That's the thing. People kind of clown on OnlyFans. Like, dude, that's probably so sick. You just take a picture of your huge ass and get paid $30 a month by what, like 1,000 people.
You sit down and you work for about an hour a day,
Well, like,
maybe.
honestly, it's probably fun. Just like, yeah, oh, people think I'm hot. I get to take pictures where I'm hot and then post it and then like get like the gratification of it. It's probably nice.
That and you get off for an hour and it's like, there we go.
Well, not even that.
Videotape it. And
Well, a lot of people just do like lewds or like nude stuff. Like they're not like fucking on there. Most people, I don't think.
If only, right? If only.
If only. Maybe I should get ripped and just
Well, I
start.
could sell my body.
Yeah, if only. Maybe maybe that's the goal. Because I did squat. Like I said, I've mentioned this 3 times to you before recording. I did squat 310 the other day.
310 pounds.
So maybe I could just do like a Timmy Thick thing where I'm just like, I just have a woman's ass on a man, and I break down the barrier between what men and women want. A ripped man's body and a giant Brazilian woman's ass on a 5'10" white guy.
Clean up in Thailand.
Yeah. Yeah.
A hilarious breakdown of points in that game between the Celtics and the Spurs.
Yeah.
If you look at the Spurs, pretty normal. Like, DeRozan had 30, Murray had 24, Walker had 24, Gay had 16.
Gay? Just kidding.
Podol had 15, Johnson had 14. Like, a lot of, like, a nice even. Mills had 11.
That's Spurs basketball right there, baby. Team basketball.
Okay. Brown had 17 for the Celtics.
Jaylen Brown.
Nesmith had 16.
Yep.
And Smart had 10.
Get to the good
and
stuff.
Williams had 10.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 people that had double digits, other than Jason Tatum
Jason Tatum went off
with 60.
a 60 piece.
60.
I was gonna avoid talking about this because I don't like the Celtics, but
That's insane.
that's pretty crazy.
Even with overtime, 60 fucking points is crazy.
The youngest player to do it since Devin Booker did it, and Booker got 70 when he was 20 years old. For the Suns.
70.
The Suns clinching a playoff spot for the first time in 11 years. I'm thinking playoffs with the fellas, they tweeted. Because there's this old
Finally.
There's this old Devin Booker tweet where he says, "I'm thinking Hooters with the fellas tonight." Which is so funny. Just be a millionaire going to Hooters. It's like, dude, you could go anywhere.
You can go to like nice restaurants.
Well, like that's like in the Last Dance. It's Phil, like nerdy ass Phil Jackson with the Bulls, like, are you guys gonna go swimming at the hotel pool? And Rosamund's like, "Now we're going to Hooters. Go see some titties and ass." And Phil Jackson's like, "All right,
do what you love, I guess.
See you, Dennis."
See you, fucking freak. Get out of here.
Honestly, I love Dennis Rodman.
He's crazy. He's so good.
I love him.
So good.
I think, like, at the core of it, I just love people who are just themselves. That's why I think I fucked with Kanye, even though he's losing his fucking mind.
Well,
and Rodman's just like, especially like the fashion thing, and just it's like, dude, this guy literally just did exactly what he wanted all the time. It's like, that rocks.
People like, this guy. Why doesn't this guy, like, he's not very good offensively, or he's very bad. It's like, not every person has to do everything. Like, you can have people, like, all this guy does is he's good at this.
Yeah.
That's why we have him.
Well, that's
what he does.
You can have a specialist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to be fucking good at everything.
Imagine if we had a guy who got fucking 23 rebounds a game, the
That'd
Raptors.
Be unbelievable.
I would come.
We would win.
I'd be like,
yes! Would come.
No, I wouldn't. Just JP, everybody.
I just get a little of that pre-cum.
I would cream my khakis.
Yeah.
And then shit my pants. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Imagine if we had someone who could rebound. It's so funny. Kem Birch is just fucking excelling in Toronto.
Oh, he's doing great.
I thought he was old as fuck. He's only like 28.
Him and Gillespie have been really nice little fits there.
It's so funny that I'm like, yeah, this guy's so fucking old. He's 2 years older than me.
He's 2 years younger than me.
Yeah, right in the middle. Yeah. Fuck, man. I don't know. But yeah, I was going to avoid talking about the Celtics game because fuck the Celtics. But do you think Jaylen Brown will re-sign there?
Probably. Why wouldn't he?
Because fuck the Celtics, dude. Can play. He'll
play somewhere else.
Brown he'd be the guy anywhere. So, and like, he's definitely has like, or no, I like Brown a lot. I prefer Brown to Tatum, even if he's not the same player. I would take him as like a team guy over Tatum. Tatum just seems like he's like, because like he had that, I think it was in like his second year when he was like slumping a little bit, where he had to work out with Kobe and he was just trying to be Kobe.
Isn't it Jamel that says like, yeah, he's like probably the better player, but that final shot, the clutch shot, you wanted in Tatum's hands.
Yeah.
And he proved that in this game.
That's fair enough. 32 points. But then some of the blame has to be laid to the Spurs. Like, come on, guys. You let them come back from down 32.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's pretty freaking bad. And also with I just remembered with the Lakers loss, and like the Mavericks have just been on a fucking tear lately. With their Mavericks are in 5th and the Lakers are in 6th. They've fallen so far without LeBron and AD.
Yeah, it's almost like they are the entire team. It's almost like
they're important to the team. It turns out.
Here we go. Let me just take a look here.
It'd be so funny. Or no, I guess. Oh no! If the Mavericks win tonight, they'll take the Lakers spot.
I don't think.
But the Wizards are fucking red hot, so the Mavericks don't have a easy win there. But go ahead, sorry.
The Wizards are red hot. I'm pretty sure they're gonna cement themselves either into one of the wild card weird play-in things, or they might even push themselves into 8th because they're only a game behind the Hornets.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, and like,
Pacers could get push them down too.
Well, because Miles Turner is only fucking, I think, 23. Isn't that crazy? The big
Really?
for the Pacers, and the Celtics didn't want him. They're like, you know what? We'll take we'll we'll get and then waive Mo Wagner instead. But
That was a good idea.
yeah, because the Bulls and
Orleans.
Raptors have the same record at 26 and 37. I can't see either of those teams catching the Wizards. And
No,
yeah, like you
I
say,
don't
like
see it.
the Wizards could get to 8, but then would they want to get to 8 and play Miami? Or maybe maybe the Celtics fall into the plan? I don't fucking
Well,
know.
yeah, you got to play Miami, but then you could probably easily beat the Hornets or the Pacers.
But I think the
In the
Hawks
second game.
Hawks have been sliding too. But like the 10 to the 4, or I guess the Knicks are pretty well. I don't know, they're only a game
We're
ahead of.
looking next. Yeah, okay, got it.
So the 10 to the 4 pretty much like they're within 6 games of each other. So those I think the 10 teams that are going to make like at least the plan area of the playoffs, I think that's the 10 that's going to make it in the
That's
East.
locked in to me.
I don't think the Bulls or the Raptors unfortunately are going to
do anything.
hop up there, but hey, 3, 2, 1, Cancun. Dun, 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 dun. Fucking everyone's on vacation. Yeah, it's like, oh, it turns out I don't give a fuck about losing in the first round of the play-in and getting a worse draft pick.
We could have went into the first round and got our asses completely munched off, but I
Yeah.
guess we'll go have fun instead.
I guess I'll just go live in a vacation paradise for 3 months and then go to training camp.
I think basketball players, at least during the regular season,
Yeah.
as well as baseball players, have the same benefit of not really giving a shit if they lose during the regular season. They care. They want to win, obviously. That's why they're there. They're trying to win.
Yeah.
But, like, they show the respect to the other team, and I don't know, especially with baseball players in the dugout, they don't seem to really care what's going on.
I think baseball, I'm going to go ahead and completely disagree. I think baseball definitely, because it's like, if you're not pitching that game, you're like, who gives a fuck? Like
That's exactly it.
we-
It's just like, yeah, I'm just kind of here.
we play a billion, like, they play, what, 162 games?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, dude.
It's a ton of games.
That's so, like, we're like, oh, fuck, even with this shortened season, 72 games, that's a lot of games. Imagine if they, like, that's literally a game a day for, like, but like you say, it's, like, you're not really involved with every single game, you know what I mean?
You're just kind of in the dugout waiting for your time to either bat or, well, I'm playing in 3 days. I'm starting pitching.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to play for about 45 minutes
Yerp.
3 days from now, so.
it's like, yeah, I don't really give a shit.
What is it? Well, imagine if a basketball team had 40 people on the roster.
Yeah, yeah,
and
that's
we
exactly
and they
it.
played 160 games. Yeah, man, fuck baseball. Just kidding. I actually really like baseball. And this is a call to any football fan. We're football fandom free agents. I'm thinking about getting into football.
I have no idea what team to cheer for. Just give me the lowest team and
I
I'll
was
cheer
gonna,
for them.
well, I was gonna cheer for the Bills because they're the closest to us geographically, and they do that thing where they jump through the table, and that seems fun to me. So
They jump through the table.
yeah, like all the fans jump through folding tables. Have you never seen this?
What?
The guy that got drafted by the Bills, he like to celebrate it, he jumped through a folding table. Never seen them do this?
I saw a video of a person from like a 2-story balcony jump down onto a table. It was a mattress laid on a table,
Mm.
and clearly it didn't help. It's like, this will cushion it.
They
'cause
broke-
it's a mattress.
They broke their back and
and
died.
You just fell right through.
Watched a video of a man
It's
die.
like, oh, lovely. That was a overweight woman doing it for some reason.
Get her ass. Yeah,
Why are you doing this?
women stay losing. All right, fellas. Just kidding. I thought
It's
you're.
more like, why is anyone would do this ever?
It's kind of funny that you're just like, yeah. Yeah, there's a video of a folding table. Oh, that's so funny. I actually saw this video of a guy getting beaten to death with a hammer. Just like, it's like a thing. Just like, oh, that was kind of extreme, dude. I was kind of talking about
Did he do that in order to celebrate the Bulls?
the Bills.
Bills?
A fan. I'm talking more about like fandom stuff, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck, man. Yeah. So if any NFL teams are listening, who should we cheer for? Let us know. Just kidding.
NFL. Well, I kind of have, like, obviously you want to cheer for like Patrick Mahomes. He's like crazy,
Yeah, that sucks though.
but I don't want to
Well,
do
that-
that. I don't
that's
want to be
the
like
thi-
the
like-
kid who's like, I'm gonna cheer for the Pittsburgh Penguins, Sidney Crosby.
Well, it's like I used
Why?
to work with this kid at the thrift store, and like we would talk ball all the time, I'm like, who are your guys? He's like, probably the Warriors. I'm like, ugh, the Warriors. He's like,
Someone has to cheer for him.
well, 'cause he's like, he was 17, so he's like, yeah, when they won the first championship, I was like 12. So like,
that's not fair. That's not
But,
fair. You gotta earn it, man.
no, but why? Why? Like, you can just be a fan of shit. Like, I was thinking that. I'm like, oh well, like I don't want to just be a fan of like the Ravens 'cause they have Lamar Jackson, or like the Chiefs 'cause they have Mahomes. I don't want to just do that. It's like, why the fuck not? Who cares? When you ask
Right.
like if someone's like, oh, I didn't watch football as a kid, but now I like it. Like, it's like, oh, you have to like.
How do you pick?
Yeah, exactly. You have to like something. I think I just like the Bills 'cause the jumping through the table thing is funny to me. And then Buffalo is just a funny city, I think. Every Time I Die is from Buffalo.
Gotta get a winning team in this city.
Hey, if anyone from Every Time I Die is listening, I'd love to have you on the show. Just kidding.
Big fans of yours.
Big fans of the guys. Who's your dream guest to get on the podcast?
Tom Segura.
Pick a different one. Do a funny one.
Pick a funny one.
Here, I'll cut this. Just do something funny. Just be funny.
Just be funny.
Say something. Mr. Bean?
Thinking.
Right? He doesn't talk. Right?
I guess
Wait.
like
Say
Doug Ford.
Say Barney from The Simpsons.
I guess if I don't have to pick from the realm of reality, I would pick Barney Gumble.
Oh wait, hang on. Hey Matt, it's me, Barney from The Simpsons. Hey Homer, look at this. He's turning red. He's laughing.
How does he fake burp? How does he do that?
Yeah, you just make yourself burp, I guess.
Yeah.
It's probably a soundboard, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, Barney, look at this. He's so red in the cheeks, this guy. Oh, dude, Homer and Barney are roasting your ass right now.
I've had red cheeks my whole life. Like I don't know what to do.
Look at his penis. It's small.
Oh no, that's not true.
Barney from The Simpsons saw your penis.
Oh, you guys making fun of me.
Fuck. Yeah, I fucking love having a basketball podcast.
You guys are my heroes.
No, my childhood heroes, The Simpsons.
Yeah.
That's like, who the fuck was it? Someone at my work was like, yeah, I was a big Star Wars guy growing up. And I like literally try to think about it. I'm like, damn, I only liked like The Simpsons and Family Guy. I wasn't like a fan of like a franchise.
I love Family Guy so much.
I guess I liked X-Men, like the first two. But like I wasn't like I'm a Star Wars guy. I'm like, nah, it's kind of like The Simpsons and skateboarding.
Yeah. I like Star Wars, but it's just like
You were more so than me. You like
the fan, like you said, like, well, I'm a Star Wars guy, I'm not a Star Trek guy. It's like, what?
who gives a fuck?
It's just, it's a thing to like what do you, what?
Yeah, well, it's like
What are you talking about?
you just have the like you're such a non-athletic person. You have to like form a competitive nature within like the nerd shit that you like.
Yeah, I guess.
So you're just like you just need that competitive edge, even though it's
That's
just,
my team.
this is my thing. I only watch this when I'm just sitting at home watching television.
Like, oh, okay.
That kind
You're weird.
of sucks, dude. I feel like they do that with like bands and shit. So the fucking Fitbit, I'm gonna stop wearing this bullshit on the weekend. I get like 20,000 steps a day, and it has the gall to tell me that I've been inactive on the weekend.
Yeah, you still weigh around 210 pounds.
I have
I can tell.
I have
I'm a Fitbit.
Yeah, your heart rate's at 220. Your resting heart rate.
Is that good?
Is that bad or what the hell? What are we talking about here?
I was just gonna say probably the Pelicans can't even catch there, so I think even the other side, the West, is also set for the top 10.
Yeah, it's too bad. Like, I thought the Pelicans would be better after. Well, I guess they got rid of Drew.
Just gotta give them one more year, probably.
No, but it's like I feel like it's just. I don't think Ingram kind of really works with Zion, and like Lonzo allegedly doesn't like playing there. You're like, who the
Really?
fuck? Where even is New Orleans?
It's in a swamp somewhere.
It's in the
Dagobah.
it's in the fucking Muppet swamp, and Kermit's playing the banjo.
Yeah. Boom, plink, plink, boom, plink.
Hi, I'm looking for Smoothie King Arena.
You're gonna have to go back that way, my friend.
the fucking celebrity deli today. I'm doing all my impressions. But yeah, I don't fucking know. Who wants to live in if you were to if you were to play for one NBA franchise, what would it be?
If I had to play for him,
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
guess I would
I
want to
guess
play
the Beijing Ducks. That's the
for,
only
like,
the team I could make.
the next, like, whatever level down one is.
The G League. My man's fucking bored over
Where's
here
a
yawning.
where's like a good high school in the States
You're gonna go
that I
to
could play for?
you're gonna go to high school as a third. It'd be so funny. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna start. It's like a Billy Madison situation, where you're like, I'm gonna start at squirt league basketball and work my way up through there.
Absolutely dominate.
And then then you get to like where you're playing like 11 and 12-year-olds and they're just fucking
Like, oh,
smoking your ass.
These kids are crazy. These kids.
So yeah, it's like
This is tough.
the fuck's that? The Ringer, Johnny Knoxville, where you're like, I'm gonna start in the Special Olympics. What a hysterical movie. Even
Yeah, pretty funny.
well, but even at the time, it's like, come on, man.
This is
Like,
brutal.
You can't be making this movie. Even in like 2005 or whenever that came out. It's like, come on, dude. Yeah, fuck. That's we were talking about it before, but like I can't even think of like a true comedy movie that's even come out in the past like like what was the last
you can't
one?
fucking say anything. Can't
See,
do anything.
well, this is where I was worried that the irony worms were festering in your mind. You can. You just do it.
Just don't care, I guess.
Oh, you can't do nothing now. Fucking Michael Rappaport. Can't say nothing with these fucking SJWs. Just you can. Just boy, you're a millionaire.
You do all the time, even.
You're doing it right now, actually.
You're annoying.
Yeah, but hey, I did like his cameo on Friends, where he plays Phoebe's boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
I did like that. Oh yes, I remember. I've been meaning to ask you this. Of the 3 girls from Friends, who do you think is the best looking?
The best looking one is Rachel for sure.
Damn, I'd say Phoebe. Yeah.
Okay, are we talking now or then?
In the show, what the fuck?
Well, in the show, Rachel's so fucking hot,
Interesting.
dude.
But they're yeah, I don't know.
So hot.
I think I just like a tall bitch.
All it is not Monica.
Yeah, get her.
Sorry.
Fuck you, Courtney Cox. I ain't even watched a single second of Cougar Town.
You don't look good in that show, and you don't look good in Ace Ventura, and
She's in Ace Ventura?
yeah, the first one.
I don't think I've seen those. I haven't seen those in recent enough memory to know anything about them.
The first Ace Ventura is very good,
that
and the
the one-
second Ace Ventura is very good.
Two
They're both good.
back to back. You
They're
think
awesome.
will that be one of those movies where they make a third one now?
No, don't do that.
Where they make like a Wayne's World now?
like fuck off. And I see the Wayne and Garth in the
the Uber Eats.
Uber Eats,
Just
and it's like,
the-
oh my
The
god,
death of society commercial.
can you kill me?
It's literally like, 'cause when you look back at it, like each decade has kind of like cultural signifiers and like a culture around it. Like when you look at like, oh, we're in the 70s and there's like 70s shit. It's like, oh, we're in the 80s and there's like big hair and like fucking Sepultra's playing or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, so that's the 80s and like, oh, the 90s, here we have grunge. And then it just stopped. And then it just kept repeating and we're just recycling garbage now.
Well, in the 2000 to 2010s, like the bands that were big were like Linkin Park,
No, but that's just kind of like,
Chili Peppers,
yeah.
like, and then like punk, like the punk we listened to was like so good.
But there's no
the
like
best versions of it.
none of there's nothing new. There's no more new shit. Like the
Just
thing,
technology, right?
yeah, the thing people remember from like the early 2000s will be like the internet and electric cars and shit,
Getting a cell phone.
and then the earth fucking crumbling to a cinder because no one gives a fuck.
Like,
I'm gonna make
yoga-
an NFT of this, and they just fucking blockchain technology is just using so much power.
I will never understand that.
Yeah, there's actually
It's
a guy.
an NFT. It's a digital thing
yeah,
that you paid $15,000 for.
yeah, you have it. You're the thing that kind of scares me about it is there's this guy, this artist sold his thing as an NFT for whatever the fuck, and there's like in the contract of like the purchase, the proof of sale, whatever the fuck, it's like, oh, you have the option to destroy the original work So you have the only version of it. It's like, dude, that's fucking psychotic. Are you out of your mind?
That'd be crazy.
Imagine if they're like, yeah, I'm gonna buy the NFT of fucking whatever, Saturn consuming his son by Francisco Goya. Yeah, burn that painting, destroy it. I want the only thing of it.
I want it to be just digital.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, here we go. iPhone screenshot. Now I got it digital. Fuckhead. Now what?
Well, that's exactly it. Like, it makes no sense.
Damn.
All right.
We
We're
got
going to
the-
have to pause the podcast.
We got the feds are here. No, but NFT, no fucking thanks is what I say. I actually don't know how to pause. Is that doing it? Oh,
That's
we're
doing
back.
it. Woo!
Let's go. Yeah, the feds were here. They're like, excuse me, you're podcasting too well. You're podcasting too funny right now. Please stop being so funny. But
No swear words allowed.
stop cursing on the podcast brought to you by the internet. We're in the computer right now. But yeah,
No fucking thanks. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good
like
one.
that. I'm
NFT.
I'm positive someone has said that before, and I just like saw it like just scrolling Twitter, and my cemented itself in my mind without
of
me
my
acknowledging it.
10 billion brain cells just latched
Yeah.
onto it. It's like, I'm going to save that one for later for
I'm
you.
gonna keep that one, and then someone be like, "Oh, I actually tweeted that. Actually, I tweeted that." So you said it. That's what I think
I
of
don't
that.
really give a shit.
Yeah, I actually turns out I don't care whatsoever, but I have 25 followers. You could come fucking kill me, okay? Put a end my shit. I don't care. I think anyone who it doesn't matter anymore.
Our lack of a following makes us invincible.
We're untouchable, right? Well, that's the thing. It's like when I think about like I would much rather do like a low level shit than like imagine go if they're like, okay, you're gonna go on TV. Like, ooh, nope. I don't think I'm gonna do that actually.
Pass.
I don't want to go on TV. I'd rather go on this podcast that gets 30 listens, and I can just have a nice time.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan wants you to come on the podcast.
Would you go on Rogan?
I would.
Would you hit the blunt with Rogan and Tim Dillon?
Just to fuck with them.
Hey, so what's the deal with this, man? You live in a bunker?
You dumb or?
MMA is fucking stupid, dude. That's fascinating. It's fascinating you said that.
I love Tim Dillon's impression of him. He's just like always chewing something. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. I don't know why he was always chewing.
Because you love annoying shit. You're the most annoying guy on the planet. You're like, I love when people emulate me in comedy, and it's like to see myself not being funny, but in being included in something funny. That's my favorite shit.
This guy's silly. I like being silly.
No, you don't like being silly. You like being annoying.
What?
Silly's like, that's silly. But you're like, oh, I like, oh God, one guy's, there's this guy at my work who reminds me of you, where a person dropped off like dirty rags, and they're like, oh, hey, can you wash this? I dropped you off something, and he's like, oh, is it very valuable? It's like, oh, dude. Shut the fuck up.
I love how you say someone from your work reminds you of me,
Yeah.
because you also said how much you absolutely despise everyone from your work. So
Yeah.
like, oh, good.
I can't stand these fucking people.
Someone who
This guy reminds me of you.
brings you mental pain reminds me
No.
of me.
It's
like,
more
oh,
my
good.
it's more my job that does me mental harm than my coworkers. My coworkers just they say, you know what I think, and then say potentially the most racist, homophobic, or ableist thing.
You know what I think? Oh, don't care. Don't tell me.
I don't think I can take
Spare
it
me.
if you're.
Don't say it.
I don't think I can like keep what you think in my mind and continue living. A hilarious thing.
Poison black.
We'll end on this because we're actually we're running a little long on this one, even though we've had to take a break 1 second before the end of the podcast. But the great hypothetical that came up among I wouldn't touch this conversation with like a dead man's hand on a 30-foot pole. Like this is like the dev ed kids are back in school, so they're the only students in the school. So we have to like keep their area clean and stuff, which is it's fine. and
We're having to clean one fucking room.
we have to clean 3.
Fine.
We have to clean their bathrooms and and their 2 rooms. And like the sweetest kids, they're so nice. Like they're like very thankful and they always talk to me. It's great. And the hypothetical that was brought up in the break room was, if one of them was choking a teacher to death, would you beat them up? I'm like, yeah,
My God.
I just left the room.
I have to fucking go because you guys are literally the worst
Yeah,
human beings
you're
on the
just
planet.
Just you people are less than dirt.
Why would you even think of that?
Yeah, how does that enter your mind? You're a psycho.
Think of other stuff. There's so many would you rathers
Yeah.
that are like not to do with your work.
What do you like more, Popeyes or KFC?
Yeah,
There you go. There's an easy one.
you think the pickle does it, but they both use pickles, so
Yeah,
which
but
one has the better chicken and which one has the better bun?
they
you
got
know?
the Cajun gravy at Popeyes. It doesn't have to
my
be like,
God.
would you beat up a mentally disabled man? So yeah, that's on my mind at times.
It's like, look at me. I would go there and I would just kind of like hug him.
Know what I would
beat
do?
him up.
I would see that happening and kill you immediately, so you wouldn't beat up a kid. It's like, yeah.
This guy's
So-
like you go in and help while this guy's like, you see him, he's just like kind of grappling with his own thoughts.
He's wrapping barbed wire around his knuckles,
What do I do here?
putting on like army face paint and like tying like a Rambo headband.
Like, should I take out
around
my
his
gun
shin.
for this? Do I need a gun?
Yeah, we're gonna need it. I'm gonna try calling a predator missile on the school.
I'm gonna
So
call
good.
the cops.
Yeah, but yeah. So I don't really interact with those people.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, fuck him, dude.
It's like, would you rather go into the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren, or would you go into the past and meet your ancestors? You know, which one of those would you rather
Yeah.
do?
Well, that's like just a lot of like they come up with the dumbest shit. They're
Ugh.
like, 'cause the song "Pony" by Genuine came on, you would know it if you heard it, and they're like, oh, this is like a stripper song, and then they were talking about.
Good.
They're like, oh, what would your stripper song be if you were a stripper?
Oh, man
I'm
in the
like-
box.
I'm like, you know what? This is kind of funny. Like I can. What did you say? Sorry,
Man in the box.
I don't know what that is.
Alice in Chains.
Yeah,
like- Boom, boom,
I-
boom, boom.
I of course don't know a single Alice in Chains song. Yeah, keep doing it even though I'm talking. This is good for podcasting.
You interrupted me.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Sorry. Do the riff from "Man in the Box" by Alice in Chains. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting you, dude. You interrupted me. Do you
I
understand?
was nailing it.
I was nailing the riff from "Man in the Box" by Alice in Chains. That would be my stripper song. Duh.
Oh.
It's you that's bad at this, not me. No.
Go ahead. Go
Then
ahead.
it finally got to me, and I said,
What?
"Oh." It finally got to me, and I said, "Oh, Canada," and no one laughed.
That's pretty good.
It's like, dude, like you people fucking suck, dude.
That's
Like,
nothing. Not even a. not even nothing. Zero.
Probably a penis song or something. That's what they wanted me to say. I can't say. If any of you are hiring, please, for the love of God, let me know.
Please.
And
you
also,
can
if-
match my hourly wage.
If you're ever
God.
at like any public thing, just pissing shit all over the floor, 'cause the janitor that works there's probably just some racist fucking idiot. Just,
He's this loser
just
of a
a
person.
conservative psycho that has no empathy whatsoever. So
Person at janitor at my work comes in, and I just happen to have to stay in there while she's
yeah,
doing it
you're,
because I'm
you're in
doing
your,
something
your spot. Yeah.
my job. And all the other guys fuck off when she comes in there and they go for a smoke.
Nice.
She goes, whenever I come in here, they all leave. I don't know why. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's 'cause you're fucking annoying as shit.
'Cause you're
And
weird.
they don't want to be in your way. Like,
Yeah.
all the stuff you need is, like, around and near them.
Yeah.
And it's like a tiny room. They can't 6 feet. So they're just like, oh, here,
They start doing like the.
we'll leave.
She's doing like the ghost pottery scene to like cleaning the table in front of them, and just like
Yeah.
putting the cloth in their hand and guiding their hand to clean it.
Is it called Ghost?
Yeah, was it
Oh, wow.
Thompson? It's not Tom Selleck.
Oh, it's Patrick Swayze?
Patrick Swayze. Yeah. Get those two confused. All right, folks. Oh, before we go, what are we at? Yeah, we're not even at an hour yet. But I started watching Amazon Prime original a cartoon called Invincible.
Guy at my work told me about
It's
this.
pretty good.
He's like,
I
dude,
like
the
it.
first episode is nuts.
Well, the first episode is very boring, and then there's a 12-minute after credit scene that's insanity,
Yeah.
and it sets the tone for the show. But
Like, ah!
a thing I saw, people were like, "Can they do?" Because there's a character called Red Rush who's like just a run fast guy. He's like, "Can they do this? That's clearly the Flash. Can they do that?" It's like, yeah, Marvel trademarked running fast. They trademarked superhuman speed.
Pretty sure every person could have thought of his superpower is he's really quick.
What if a guy could run fast? Marvel actually, it's actually only the Flash is allowed to do
If
that.
you called him Quicksilver, this guy's like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, what the fuck? Flash is DC.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, if you call
Call him Quicksilver. Oh
Evan-
yeah, that guy's not the Flash.
this isn't the Flash.
That's not
though.
the exact same.
It only has well, it's just like that weird fucking like the peasants are washing the king's feet or whatever the hell, where it's like it has to be DC or it has to be Marvel. If it's anything else, they're copying. It's
And
like,
they even made a joke of it.
did they?
I'm the Red Rut. Like they just made him like a stupid. They named it a stupid name.
Yeah.
The guy's called Mr. Invincible. I'm Mr.
No,
You
it's
can't
just
hurt me.
It's just Invincible.
Invincible.
There's a
I'm
lot
invincible.
of good voice work on it. J.K. Simmons is the dad.
That guy's awesome.
Stephen Yeun is the main character from Walking Dead fame.
I knew that.
Dale from Walking Dead. Sandra Oh is the mom. It's like, what the?
Damn, these guys are big
This
actors.
bitch left the dang hospital to the damn cartoon world.
This is way better.
Where did I go wrong? Right? That's from Grey's Anatomy.
Going right. This is like so much easier and better than fucking
Oh, yeah.
acting.
I would love to make a cartoon.
Voice acting. This is great.
And it's very clear I am very good at voices, so
yeah. It's like a weird putty guy. Oh, I'm a big fat guy.
What if it's like, okay, so you're gonna do a guy, and like every single impression I just do like Bill Burr or something, just the one impression I can do.
Just like a black guy's voice.
Well, the funny,
You keep kind of doing like the same type of voice.
you
Can
kind
you,
of
like,
keeps
walk
like,
away from that a little bit?
yeah. Hey guys, here's my voice reel submitted to, and then just like whatever company, and it's just the same voice over and over again.
6 times. It's like this guy's a crazy alien.
What's that?
Never speaking English in his life. Okay, do the voice. I don't know what to
Hey
do.
man.
Yeah. Hey man.
I do a Z's
Sup?
for everything, or literally it's just like, okay, here's my Bill Burr. Hey everybody, welcome to the Monday Morning Podcast. I'm Bill Burr. Okay, here's my Tracy Morgan. Hey everybody, it's Tracy Morgan from. We were
I'm
watching.
gonna get all those girls pregnant.
We were-
Okay, next.
Tracy Morgan's sick. We were watching 30 Rock the other day. 30 Rock might be the best. 30 Rock's the last comedy sitcom, I think. The last funny one. If you say like Parks and Rec or like The Office or some shit, my dick is gonna fall off. It's gonna turn to ash in my pants.
I want to say Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Ugh, come on, man.
That show's so funny.
Yeah, kinda. But it's like it's your silly humor.
Andre Brower is fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's the highlight for me as well. But yeah, dude, like 30 Rock, because it's the perfect thing, because you can just put little bits everywhere in that show, because the show is that they're making shows.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's whatever the fuck Jenna whatever the actress who plays her, his name is. She's a waitress, and Tracy Morgan comes up dressed as Hitler. And he's like, "Oh yes, I have a reservation under Black Hitler."
That's a skit.
Woo! Yeah, 30 Rock fucking rules. If you have a Crave account, or I guess probably Hulu if you're in the States, check out some of my friends on 30 Rock.
It's a weird thing to think someone from the States listening to this. Don't know
One.
why.
Apparently there's 2 from like Peru or some shit, or Portugal. I can't fucking remember. People using VPNs and tricking Apple Analytics.
Peruvian fuck.
Yeah, fucking bastards out there. I would love to go to Greece someday. Thank you so much for listening, my friends. Subscribe on Apple Podcast.
Fucking Greece?
What? Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Follow on Spotify if you don't have Apple. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. That's where we do our best work, because it's clearly not on this podcast. Subscribe to the YouTube. I'm actually getting back into uploading there. We might do video content sometime in the future. We're going to turn Matt's spare bedroom into a studio.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah, but then it'd be funny because, like, it works for, like, I'm trying to think, people who have a podcast in, like, L.A. or something. Because it's like, oh, you're in L.A., just swing by my apartment. You can come to our studio. It's like, yeah, next time you're in Southern Ontario, next time you're in Toronto, you can drive 2.5 hours to us. And, yeah.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
That'd be cool. Yeah. Once COVID's done, we'll do like a New York trip and just be like, come on, be cool. Do my podcast. Just bug people.
Let me do your podcast, you bitch.
There is no situation I can foresee where we would ever guest on a podcast.
What?
We're not, well, maybe.
Come on.
Maybe I could.
Get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
just kidding. Hey, we're a package deal. We're brothers.
We're lawyers.
It's my brother and me, but it's me and you and then me a second time because I have bipolar disorder. Thank you so much for listening, folks. We'll see you on Wednesday. Say bye.
Goodbye.